Right, hi, good morning. Obviously, Born to Finish runs today in the 12:10 at Lingfield with David Probert taking the ride, as I'm sure everybody's well aware of by now. I've just got off the phone to Ed, and BTF's on his way to the course. Everything's all good and well. He had bloods taken yesterday, and he's absolutely spot on. He's been working nicely, and he's very, very fit. So we're hopeful that as long as he gets a bit of pace and he doesn't fall out the stalls far too slowly, he's absolutely got to be competitive today. Looking at the race, the one that seems to be attracting the most money is Broughton's Flair, which went off as favourite. I think it was more or less favourite for the race we ran in Chelmsford last time out. It finished fifth, only just a little way in front of us after not running particularly well. Or at least as not as well as I think they expected it to. But again, they're backing it today. The horse is bred to be better than this level. Some of its close relatives went on to record racing post ratings in the hundreds. So the horse is nicely bred. So I can understand why they think it's better than this level, and the money's coming for it. So it would be no surprise to see that horse run a big race. Bombastic is a horse that was actually with Ed and was sold at the sales recently and is now with John Butler. There was a little bit of money for that last night. That money seems to have stopped a little bit today. Bombastic's a horse that Ed was disappointed to lose, and we actually talked about trying to buy Bombastic for crowd racing, but that didn't quite work out how we wanted it to go. And Ed knows the horse has the ability to be better than this. Whether today is the day for him or not, who knows. Very shrewd yard, the Butlers, and they've got a few horses running today that have been backed, so it's very difficult to try and second guess what they're doing. The likely favourite for the race, if Broughton's Flair doesn't go off as favourite, is Global Hope, the Gay Kellaway horse. And Global Hope is a horse that's got reasonable form, as has River Dawn, but neither of them stand out as something that you would really be massively concerned about beating Born to Finish if all things were equal. BPC is a horse that's a bit quirky, and if he was to reproduce his best, he would be a threat, as would Bin Dandy, who is unbelievably well handicapped. Other horses in the race, Reed Estate, Fancy Flyer, Paramio, they are big prices, and really it would be a surprise to see any of them getting competitive. I think this is all going to come down to whether or not there is enough pace and how Born to Finish gets out the stalls. Obviously, having David Probert on board is a big help. He knows the horse, and if Born to Finish can be anywhere near in contention coming off that last bend at Lingfield and doesn't meet trouble, then we've got to be hopeful he's going to go close. Now, there are a lot of hold-up horses in this race, so there will be, luck is going to play a part in the final furlongs. It's just inevitable. It's a bit of a shame that Walkman is a non-runner, because that horse would have definitely added to the pace in the race, because he's drawn outside and conveniently has been pulled out. There is a chance that the horse in 3 will want to go forward, as will Fancy Flyer. That's Azor Ahai. If they go forward, then it could well kick a bit of pace into the race. The other horses that are all looking to be prominent are pretty much the outsiders, with the exception of possibly River Dawn, that may well go forward. But as it's drawn in 10, they've got a bit of a decision to make on how they want to race that one. I think what we'll find is Ahai will go forward with Bin Dandy not far behind it. Global Hope will look to tuck in, and hopefully we'll be able to get Born to Finish over and in just behind those somewhere. Some of the bigger other horses will end up getting caught a bit wide, and as long as David can manoeuvre his way through the race, we know that Born to Finish will run right to the line. So Ed's delighted with him. He wouldn't be putting anybody off looking each way. He is an each way price, and in real terms there's 8 horses, so he's getting a bigger price for the fact that there's a few in the race that on the face of it will struggle. But we know he's won at Lingfield before. We also know he hasn't won over 7, but let's not go back down that route. But he has a jockey back on who knows him, so fingers crossed everything goes as we need it to go today. And everybody that's there at the track has a good time and sends plenty of photographs back. And also a very quick mention for Jeff Duncan, one of the owners who's there today, because it's his birthday. I believe he's 75. No, I'm sure he's not 75. I have absolutely no idea how old Jeff is. But no, it'd be really good if Bona Finish could win today and get Jeff some free champagne at the course. But anyway, good luck everybody. Drop me a message if you got any questions. Thank you.